Good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our live lesson today. It is Tuesday, June 20. I have to look at my calendar. June 28th. That's right. So we are going to do some lessons today for reading and social studies. So get ready. Here we go. Thank you for joining us. One more birthday shout out this month during our live reading lesson for Sony Ashley. Happy birthday, Sony Ashley. Your month is almost up, and next month we'll be celebrating our July birthday. So we'll see who that is soon. Happy birthday. Now, you know our promise. If you are joining us today, you know your promise to participate, be respectful. That's right. Be on time. Thank you for that. Keep your microphones muted, include your name in the chat or in the Zoom window so I know who I'm talking to. Stay in your spot and keep your eyes on the screen where all the magic happens. Here we go. Now, what are we doing today, Mrs. Cruz? Well, we have some things we want to focus on today. The first thing is we went over our Zoom expectations, and now we're going to Nearpod. Yeah, so remember that I share the Nearpod with your family so that you can practice on your own. There are a lot of skills that you need to practice, and the Nearpod will help you with that. When we go to Nearpod, we're going to practice some sight words. Yeah, I love sight words. The more sight words you know, the better reader you are. Yeah. So it's very important to practice those sight words. We are also going to work a little bit with rhyming words. Yeah. Changing that first sound and rhyming words like cat and sat, cat, sat, cat, sat. So we're just changing the first sound. Remember we did that a few weeks ago so that you can find words that are in the same word family. Yeah. Then we're going to work on some key details from a story. Those are important to know. We're also going to do a little bit with writing an opinion. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I would like to give you a few tips for making amazing writing pieces, okay? Then we're going to take a quick stretch or brain break, which is my favorite because we get to do an activity together that's fun. Then and it's like stretching and getting some exercise in. I love that. And then we're going to do a very short social studies lesson. Then we'll answer any questions, play a game if you're here to join our live lesson, and then we'll be done. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go over to our Nearpod. We're going to Nearpod now. Well, here we are. It's time to Nearpod. Now this is a pretty long one, and we'll have a lot of activities to do. Some we'll spend a little extra time on, and some we will let you work on when you do this on your own. Okay, I'll just go over the directions and you practice it. Now, let's do it. First thing we're going to do is, this was from Module 12, Lesson 2, and we're going to practice some sight words first. I love this video. This is actually one that you can find on YouTube to practice, and it's from Jack Hartman. So let's just watch about a minute or two of Jack Hartman's video, and then go ahead and ask your family if you can find it on YouTube to practice, okay? Make sure you ask them first.
Jack Hartman, Kids Music Channel.
Sight words all around. Sight words, learn them now. Look at the word and listen to me. Then you spell the word and repeat what you see.
Okay.
I.
I.
A.
That's a sight word. A. Go ahead and try it. A.
B. O. Y.
I know this word.
Boy.
We practiced it.
Boy.
Okay, here we go. Let's spell it. B. O. Y. Wait. Boy. Yes.
G. I. R. L.
Oh, I know this one too. It's got the er.
Girl.
Try it. G-I-R-L. Girl, girl, girl.
L-I-K-E.
The magic E.
Like.
Like. L-I-K-E. Like.
T-H-E.
Oh, most important one.
The.
T-H. That spells the. And then E on the end says the or the.
S-E-E.
I know this one.
C.
Those E's together make the E sound. S-E-E. C.
I-S. Is.
I-S. Is.
A-M. Am.
Do this one.
Am.
Try it. A-M. Am. Ooh, I hear a baby cry. Am.
T-O. Two.
That's right. Make sure you read it the right way. T first, then O. Two.
Sight words all around.
Let's move on. You guys are going to know so many sight words. What I recommend is that you practice them over and over and over. Look at their spelling. Use them in flashcards. Find them in puzzles. Look through your books and circle them or write them on a list if you're not allowed to write in your books, and make a list of your sight words to practice over and over and over. Anytime I have a new book that I'm reading for the first time, the first thing I look for are the sight words. If I see a page and has a lot of words on it, my eyes go right to the sight words I know, and that makes it easier for me to read. So here's some sight words also. Now, all you have to do on this screen is to find the sight words as I say them, okay? So I'm going to say a sight word, and I want you to try to find it and then circle it or put a stamp on it, okay? So here we go. This is one you can draw on. First word. 3. Oh, did you hear that TH blend, that digraph? 3. Boy, there's a lot of words to look at. But you know what? I see only one word with the TH. The 3. I see it too. If you circled this red word, it says 3. And you know what? Has anyone found another one? Yeah, I see another example of the word 3. Here it is in yellow. Oh, do you see it again? Look carefully. What color is it? You're right, it is. It's way over here on the end at the bottom. 3. I found the word 3 times, Mrs. Cruz. All right, what's the next word, Mrs. Cruz? Listen carefully. D-A-Y. Day. D-A. D. What's that first sound? Day. Yeah, I agree. Did you find it too? Oh, yeah, me too. Let me change my color. I'll do it in red. Okay, I found it right here. Hey, wait, you said you saw another one? Where? Yep, I see it too. It's down here. Down here, it's yellow. Can you find the last one? There is another one. It is. It's over here. Hey, remember the cheerleader? A-Y. That Y on the end is like a cheerleader going, yay! That's right. So it makes the A say its name. That's why you don't hear the baby cry, the short sound, ah. You hear the A-Y makes the A. Day sound. All right, let's do, well, how about this one? This is a number word. You should know this word. It's the number 4. 4. Slow it down, Mrs. Cruz. 4. Oh, I see it. Okay, what color do you want to do this time? Let's do green. Green, because it is green. There it is. 4. That OU is making a different sound than what I would think. I thought it would make like the owie sound, like OW. But in this case, the R is taking over. It's taking control, and it is making it say 4. Oh, you found another one? Me too. It's way up here. 4. Did you see another one? Another sight word, 4. Yep, me too. It's down here. Okay, let's see. I only see one more that we've been practicing. Yes, there are other words up there that are not pretty colors, and that's okay. You can read them on your own, but they're more of the kind you have to sound out. These words in the colors, those are sight words. You just need to note them like that, okay? They're harder to sound out, and they're in so many different books, stories, sentences that you just need to know them. Okay, they need to be like stamped in your brain. As soon as you see them, you know them like that. So the last one is down. Slow it down, Mrs. Cruz. Okay, I can do this. Down. Oh, I heard the owie. OW says ow. Down. Down. Okay, I see it. Me too. Let's change our color to what do we have? No, we haven't done blue. Let's do blue. Down. And it has an N sound on the end, doesn't it? At the very end. And do you see another one? This time, how many did you count? I only counted 2. All right, we did it. Nice job, guys. These are sight words, high frequency sight words, words you should just know. They're a little harder to sound out, so you just need to have them stamped in your brain so you know them as soon as you see them everywhere. Okay, so let's move on. Nice work. All right, now remember earlier I said we would practice some rhyming words. Yeah, words that are in the same word family, like cat and at. They're in the at family. We just change out that beginning letter so we make 2 different words. So this time, here's what you're going to need to do. Listen up carefully. Wait, stop. Erase anything you've done, because now you're going to hear the directions and it might change. So listen. You have words across the top. We're going to read the words on the top row straight across. And then we're going to match each one with a rhyming word and draw a line to it on the bottom. Let me say that one more time. First, read the words across the top, then match them to a rhyming word on the bottom. And when I say rhyming word, I mean it sounds the same on the end. Okay, so let's read the words across the top. The first word I have under that mad face is the word mad. Mad. Let's read the next one. Oh, yeah, I see it. He doesn't have his hat on, but that is a picture of a cop. Cop. I'm reading right across the word. The next one where the kids are dancing, that's actually called let's sound that out. Jig. Jig. Yeah, that's a dance. Next one, it's a picture of a chair. 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 Okay, the next one is a picture of looks like a house. Well, kind of looks like a house, but I'm going to sound out the word because who knows, it might not be a house. Let's read it. Okay, big breath. Hut. Hut. Oh, it's a hut. That's very different, isn't it? Okay, so it's a good thing I read that word. I didn't guess what it was. And let's go to the last one. Aw, I feel like taking a nap in my, read that word, bed. Bed. Okay, good. So now we have mad, cop, jig, chair, hut, and bed. Now we're going to match each one up with a rhyming word, a word in the same family, because it ends the same way. Now, before we do that, don't you think it's a good idea if we read the words across the bottom? We can't just guess. We have to read the words first so that we can make sure it's in the same family. It ends the same way. All right, let's read them. The first one, it's pointing to hair. Let's read the word. Air. Hey, do you remember a word from the top that sounded the same way? I remember a word sounding like air on the end. All right, did you find it? Yes, I agree. Ooh, I like this light blue. Let's do that. Let's draw a line from hair to chair. Chair, hair. Do you hear it? Okay. See if you can do the next word. Oh, this little guy looks sad. So let's read it just to be sure. Sad. Sad. I agree. Looks like he would rhyme really well with the word mad. Mad. Mad and sad. Chair and hair. Okay, let's try the next one. What is that a picture of? An almond? Well, what is an almond? It's a nut. Big breath. Nut. Huh. Nut. Do you see what's on the end? UT? Do you see a word at the top that also ended with the ut? Yep. You found it before me, didn't you? Hut and nut. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to read the rest. You try to work on it all by yourself. And then on the next slide, we'll check our answers. Okay. Let's see. Look at this picture. It's not a broom. Yes, that's right. Okay. Sound it out. Mop. Okay. Find the word on top that is in the same family. Up. Okay. Good work. Let's try the next one. What color is that? Oh, that was easy. Red. So important to read it. Yep. Okay, find the word on the top. Draw a line to the word at the top that is in the same word family. Ed. It ends the same way. Okay, let's do the next one. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing something. Okay, sound it out. That I makes it egg. I agree. He is doing that, isn't he? Take a deep breath, sound out the word. Egg. See if you can find the word on the top that also ends with the ig sound. Got it? All right, let's check our answers on the next slide. Just in case you're doing this all by yourself, I have included the answers for you. Check your answers. Make sure that you have matched each word from the top to the matching word family, rhyming word on the bottom. Notice that all we did was change the beginning sound. That's it. That's all we did, but we kept everything after the first sound the same. You understand? Mad, sad. All we did was change the to a s, and we kept the add, add at the end. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Now that you've checked your answers, you can always practice this again on your own. Make sure that you get it right by checking the ending sounds of each word. Okay. Let's go on. What are we going to do now? Oh, I'm going to read a story to you. Now, if you're doing this on your own, if you press this little play button, you'll hear me tell you the story. So you don't actually have to read the text right here, but I have included it for my readers. So we're going to listen to the text. I'll read it to you right now, but if you're on your own, just press this little play button. And then we're going to select the key details. What are key details, Mrs. Cruz? Those are the important things we need to know from the story. Yes, the details from the story, not a different story, not unimportant things, but the details that the author has included that are important, okay? So it could be things that have happened. It could be details that make the story work, right? It could be, if it's an informational text, like it's teaching you something, it could be something that you don't want to forget. Imagine if I was making a cake and I read the directions and the ingredients. I need to make sure that I include the important ingredients in things that will make the cake taste good. Same is true for a text or a story. Key details are the most important events or information that needs to be said. And we need to remember those. All right, so now that we know what a key detail is, because we already know what characters are and we know what a setting is, so we do need to know what key details are. Let's move on. I'm going to read that. So guys, ready? Are you ready now? You know what a key detail is? Okay, listen, listen. Librarians. Librarians work at libraries. The library is very big. There are many books. Librarians choose which books to buy. Some books are stories about magical places. Some books are about plants and animals. Librarians put books on the correct shelf. They help people find the books that they want to read. Librarians are very helpful people. Okay, that's it. Now, I want you to, we're going to read through these boxes. We're going to read through each one of these, and then we're going to decide which ones are the key details. And then we're also going to talk about the main topic. What was it all about? Wasn't about elephants, was it? So let's read through them. Then we're going to drag the ice cream scoops onto the key detail words, but only 3 I noticed. So let's see. You ready? Okay. First box says many books. Okay. Next word says people. Next word says helpful. Next word said very big. Next one says put books on shelf. Next one says magical places. Next one says buy books. Next one says plants. And the last box says animals. All right, now before you go start sliding those ice cream cones everywhere, those scoops, I want you to stop and think about what that text was telling us. What was the main topic of that text? Was it about plants? No, it wasn't all about plants. Was it all about animals? Did it teach us about different kind of animals and where they live? And no, it did not. No, it didn't teach us all about animals. Was it all about libraries? Well, it did have something to do with libraries, but do you remember the title? Do libraries put books on shelves? Do libraries walk around and help you find? No, that's right. The main topic was not about plants, animals, or even libraries. Library was just the setting. This topic was about the person that works in the library. And what are they called? That's right. They're called librarians. So that is the main topic. We have librarians. So let me see if I can type that in. The main topic was about librarians. If you forget, you can look at the directions again, the instructions, and it will tell you the title. So librarians are the people that help us. Do you remember when we read it and we said librarians work at libraries? And yes, the library is very big and there are many books, but librarians are the ones that choose which books to buy. Some books are about magical places. Some books are about plants and animals. But librarians put books on the correct shelf. They don't get there by themselves. The kids don't do them. They help people find the books they want to read. That's what librarians are helpful. They're very helpful. That's what they do. And librarians are very helpful people. So look at how many times they said the word librarians, 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 librarians. And in the title, librarians. That's right. So you ever go to the library and you see the people working at the desk or they're walking around shelving the books? That's what this text was all about. That was the main topic. That was what it was all about. Now, going back to the words in the table, which one of these would be a key detail that talked about the main topic, that supported the main topic about librarians? Do librarians have many books? Is it people? Was it helpful? Yeah, you remember that too? I do too. Okay, let's put the pink one on the word helpful. Librarians are super helpful people. That's what they do. They want to help you. Okay, let's try the next row across, the middle row. Ready? Very big. Put books on shelf. Magical places. Librarians. Uh-huh. You thought of it too? They do. They put books on the shelves. That's right. So they're organized and neat and you can find them. Excellent. Okay, let's do the last one. Across the bottom, there's one more key detail. Let's see if we can find it that supports the main topic and talks about librarians and what they do. They buy books? Do they plant? Are they animals? Animals. Oh, yep. I remember I went back and thought about what librarians do, and they buy books. Oh, okay. Now you know how to choose the key details that support. Yeah, it's sort of like the roof on your house. If you don't have the walls in place, the key parts of the building, the roof will fall down. So if we don't tell those important key details, then we don't really know if it's about librarians or not. So these supporting details, these key details that are important, prove that the main idea was about librarians. The main topic was about librarians. Now, if the main topic was about librarians and all we did was talk about plants, that wouldn't really teach me anything about librarians, would it? So that's why I would not choose plants. Same for animals. And where librarians are people, there are a lot of people in the world. Have you noticed? They don't all put books on shelves. They don't all help people in a library. They don't all buy books. So that's really not an important detail. Many books, well, I've seen books at a bookstore, many books. I've seen books, I don't know, in stores and I don't know, lots of places, even on my shelf, but I'm not a librarian. So that really won't support or explain why it's all about librarians. Same for magical places. All right. And same for being very big. That's not going to tell me about librarians, is it? All right. So let's move on. We did it. We did it. This one is just for you to practice on your own. Do you remember we talked about what is a complete sentence? Sentence has to have several things. It has to start. The first letter has to start, has to be uppercase. Start with a capital letter. Okay. And I see a few, each one. Oops. Uh-oh, I see one that didn't start with one. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Would that be a good sentence? We also know that good sentences need to have, and I mean good, I mean complete. Complete sentences need to have punctuation to prove that it's over, that it's ended. That punctuation at the end of a sentence can be either a period, a question mark, or an exclamation, exclamation point. So I know my eyes went right to the ends of every sentence. And do you know what? I see a sentence that doesn't end with a punctuation. Huh. Wah, wah, wah. That would not be a good complete sentence. We'd need to fix that one, wouldn't we? We also need to have finger spaces between words. If the words are all smushed together, yeah, they all crash into each other, then I can't make out the words. It's too stuck together. All right, it's too jumbled, confusing. I need to pull those words apart and make sure there are spaces in between each word. So a word space, word space, word space. I see one where they got smushed together. You see it? Wah, wah, wah. That would get an X, wouldn't it? It's not a complete good sentence because the words are smushed together, so it won't work. So your job today is to read each sentence and look for those three very important things when we are writing a complete sentence. Do they have a capital? Do they have punctuation? Are the words nicely spaced out? So I'm only going to do one for you, okay? I'm going to do a boo-boo one, a red X one. So let's mark down. Let's do the first one. The first sentence, it says, I have books home. Okay, that's a good sentence. It has all the words I need. I do see a capital letter. That's good. I see spaces. Do you see the spaces in between each word? That's okay. Uh-oh, but I don't see anything on the end, no punctuation to end the sentence. So guess what? I get to mark it down. Wah, wah, wah. A red X or an X. So you can mark down that this is not a complete sentence. You would need to fix it with a punctuation to finish the sentence. This one's just telling, so I put a period. All right, you guys get to do the rest. If you like it, put a check mark in the green check box. So for this one, if I liked it, I'd put a check mark here. If I didn't like it because it was something wrong with the way it was written, I would put an X. Okay, now let's go on. This one is, we're just gonna take a few minutes, okay, to talk about what an opinion is. So let's take a quick brain break for a moment and look at the stars and planets behind my head. Let's see how many you can count in 10 seconds. Go. Stop. Yeah, stop. So yeah, I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I couldn't see it anymore. 12, 13. Stop. How many did you get? All right, good work. Now that brain break is over, let's come back to what we were supposed to do, which is talk about writing an opinion. What's an opinion, Mrs. Cruz? Oh, this is fun. I love writing opinions. It is when you tell what you think about something, what you feel about something. It's sort of like when you ask somebody, what's your favorite? They just give you their opinion. They just tell you what they think they like. Okay. And then they have to give reasons why. So this one here is when you can practice explaining your opinion about, is it better to have cake right now or 3 chocolate bars tomorrow? What a question. So let's try that one more time. Is it better to have cake right now or 3 chocolate bars tomorrow? Okay. So now that you have thought about it, do you have your answer? Okay, so what you're looking at right here is a graphic organizer. This helps you collect your thoughts and your reasons why and put them in just like a little chart or table. That way, when you start to write on the next slide, you can go back to this and reference and look up, what did I say again? Wait, why was, what did I tell? And you can go back and see what you were thinking when you gave your opinion. So let's see. All you have to do in the green box is to tell what your opinion is, your decision. Are you going to eat cake right now, or are you not going to eat the cake at all? and you'll save up and have the 3 chocolate bars tomorrow. That's a better decision for you. So your answer should either be cake or chocolate. Cake today, chocolate tomorrow. What's your answer? That's what your first green box is for. Now, the last 2 boxes, the red and the orange, are your reasons why. Have you ever asked somebody their opinion and they didn't tell you why they thought that way? Yeah. If you said, what is your favorite? And then they just said the answer, but they never explained why. Not a very good opinion then, huh? We need to make sure that people can explain why they feel that way. So the red box is your first reason why. And your orange box is another supporting reason why. Okay, so let's look at the next slide and take your time on this because it's important to think of your reasons. Yeah, we should always have some reasons to make sure that we can explain why we feel some way. Now, I already did mine and I have my answer. Do you want to hear it? It says, I think, in my green box, I said, I think we should have cake now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. And you might say, why? Oh, so the 2 bottom boxes were for when somebody says, why? They ask me why. I get to tell why. My red box says, well, because, it's a because statement. We are hungry and it's time for a snack. That's why. And I have another reason why. Do you see the orange box? It says, and. So I'm going to give another reason why I want cake right now. It says the chocolate could melt. Ooh, I don't want it to be all melted. That's another reason why. So in my writing lines, do you see the lines where you can write? That's where I get to pull that information from the chart and write beautiful, complete sentences. So in my writing space, use your best handwriting and just tell again what your decision is, because and just copy what you wrote in your chart. So I think we should write what we said from the chart into these writing lines. In my best handwriting, I'm just going to copy what I wrote from the organizer, the chart. So it says right up on top, do you see it? It says, I think. It's in the frosting. So I'm going to copy that down. I think. And then I'm going to write what I wrote in the green box. We should have cake now. And I'm going to keep going because that's the red part. Copy that word because, and then write what you wrote in the red box. We are hungry now and it is time for a snack. And now the orange, do the orange part, and copy that word and then write what you wrote in the orange box. The chocolate could melt, period. So now I'm going to read to you the whole thing, and this is what it should say in the writing piece. It should say, I think we should have cake now because we are hungry and it is time for a snack and the chocolate could melt, period. That's an opinion. Do you understand about the becauses? Yeah, the reasons why. Now that's something important to include. All right, Miss Cruz, it is time for our brain break. Before we go on to our very quick social studies lesson, let's take a brain break.
Under the sea chase. Swim and dodge the obstacles. Pop the bubbles. Do the exercises to gain oxygen.
Okay, make
Good
sure
luck.
that there's nothing around you. Don't bump into anything. Stand up, get ready to swim.
I've got the treasure chest. See if you can find it. Ha ha ha.
Oh, start swimming. Pop. Jump. Jump. Dodge. 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 Duck. Hop. Pop. Up. Okay, keep going. Dodge. Oh, jumping jacks time. You know how to do jumping jacks? Keep swimming. Jump. Dodge. Dodge. Hop. 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 Ooh. Jump. Jump.
Which octopus has the
Hey.
treasure, red
Oh.
or blue?
Blue. Red. Woo! I was right. All right, you guys can practice that a little bit more on your own. Let's finish up our social studies lesson. This is super quick, guys. We are going to talk a little bit about a career, something that people do for a living, and the tools they may need to complete or accomplish their jobs. Okay? Yeah, think about that for a minute. Let's say you wanted to be a gardener. Yeah, maybe you need to cut grass or plant flowers and trim trees. What tools would you need to do your job? So what tools does Herbert need to be a gardener? Circle all the tools that you think he would need. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Those are excellent tools for someone to garden. So you would circle each one. Oh, probably some boots. That would be good. A shovel for sure. How about those gloves? Yes. Oh, plants. Definitely need plants to be a gardener. A watering can. And this is called a wheelbarrow. So a wheelbarrow will help you move dirt, rock, soil around the yard. Okay. Did you do it? Those are great tools to have. Now I want you to stop and think about different types of jobs that someone could have and what tool they might need. So on the left side, we have a picture of a rocket, a tractor, and a trumpet. And over on the right, we have three people with different jobs. The first one says farmer. The next one says musician. And the last one says, well, yeah, you guessed it, astronaut. All you have to do is draw a line from each person to the tool that they might use to complete their job well. So let's try it. What would you match the farmer to? What would be a good tool for him to use? I agree. The tractor. How about the musician? Musician. Oh, good. If you said trumpet, ding, 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 you got it right. How about Mr. Astronaut? Yeah, I think the trumpet won't help him nearly as much as a rocket ship. Okay, pretty easy. Think about the different jobs that are all around us. People, you watch people do their jobs all the time. A dentist, a teacher. Yes, what do your families do for jobs? So, what would you like to be when you grow up? Think about one example, just one. I picked mine. There are a bunch of lines. That's if your family wants to do it with you, and they can choose what they would like to be when they grow up and what they will need. So let's read what I wrote. My example is, I want to be a teacher. Fill in the word teacher if that's what you want to be. And then it says, I will need so many things we need. How about computers? Yeah, definitely need computers to be an online virtual teacher, don't I? Pretty much all teachers use computers now. Yeah, something that they really can't work without any longer. So much information. So now you get to pick a sentence. You can go to the next one. And I want you to fill in what you think you want to be when you grow up. What is an example of a career or a job that you might want to have? Fill out in the first spot. Think about all the different jobs. My goodness, there's so many. A mailman, scientist, um, an accountant, a hairdresser. Um, Gosh, can you think of some more? A pet groomer, a veterinarian, uh, a pharmacist, a grocery store owner. What about, what other things can you think of? And then, so write in what you think you want to be when you grow up, and then tell me one thing, one object, one item that you probably will need, some tool that you will need to complete your job well. And write that in the second line, and then you're done. And like I said, if you find someone who wants to work with you on this, you can ask them what they would like to be when they grow up, or ask them what their job is and ask them what they need, what tool they need to complete their job. Okay, that's it. That was fun. So what did we do in social studies? It was so quick, but so important. We learned tools that people use to do their jobs in the community. And we learned about tools that are needed for different professions. Okay, profession is like a career. It's a job that you do, and you need tools to complete your job well. Yep. Imagine somebody showing up to build a house and they don't have a hammer. What are they going to use? So it's important. What about a truck driver that doesn't have a truck? Need to have those things, those tools to help them. All right, so we're finished. I wanted to say thank you for learning with me, and I hope to see you tomorrow during our math and science lesson. It'll be a bit shorter, so I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to practice this on your own. Okay, I hope you do.